Good morning, everybody. Well, for here it's morning. It's like 10 in the morning. And I figured it's raining outside. It's kind of like sleeting now. It's snowy here. And I'm sorry I haven't gotten a video up. Selena, I think it's Selena Kakaro. I hope I'm saying that right. I will put her name right here. She's one of my subscribers. And she's an older lady in my age group, up in the 40s. Who have very thinning brows, okay? And I will zoom in and let you see just how thin my brows are. Now, when I do a makeup look, you'll notice they're thicker, sometimes thinner, depending on how dramatic the look is depends on how thick I make my brows. So I need to make that clear. If I'm going for a real natural look, I'll kind of just fill in where the sparseness is, and that's it, and walk out the door, put some mascara on, and leave it at that. So this is for you, Selena. I hope this helps you. And the best way that I know how to explain this to you, I'm like stoked. Like, let me just put this down for a minute before I even begin this video. I want to thank every single one of you out there from the bottom of my heart. I just clocked 503 subscribers. Never told anybody to subscribe to my channel. I've never asked anybody to subscribe to my channel. So every single person that is subscribed to my channel is there because they clearly want to be there. So all of you, I'm speaking to every single one of you watching right now. Thank you so much, because I could have never have gotten to this halfway breaking point without you. I really wanted to do a giveaway when I clocked 500. With Christmas so close around the corner and with us just moving, I won't be able to, but a giveaway will be coming soon. It just won't be coming right now. So with that being said, I just can't even believe that I made it to 500 subscribers. Honestly, when I left, I think I was at like 140, and I didn't do a video for almost 8 months. So everybody that was watching me, even though I wasn't posting, that to me means you like me. You really, truly like me for who I am. So don't worry, it's not going to change. I'm going to still be me. Because I don't know how to be nobody but me. Okay, my cats. Anyway, you're going to need a brow pencil. I use the NYX Micro Brow Pencil for the simple fact it has a spoolie on one side, as you can see. And the tip of this, I've showed this in another video, is super, super micro fine. So it's really good for getting into those thin brows and them hairs that you're having issues with, things like that. The second thing you're going to need is probably a brow powder. Now, I use the Brow Gal. I use the darkest shade. It's all messed up and broken right here. So these are my two staples. But first, before I even go into that, I put a base on my whole eye first. So I'm going to go in with the Tart Shape Tape Concealer. And I'm just going to put a couple dots, because I'm going to do a really kind of like natural look after this, because I can't have my brows done. And I like to use like an angled brush, if you can see. Literally, I have no clue what these brushes are. I got them off Amazon, and they're just like, they're duo fiber brushes, and I love them. They're all little, and they work really well at buffing out the eye, as you can see, like, I mean, effortlessly. And I get right up in them brow hairs. Like, I get as close to that brow in the inner corner as I possibly can and feather it out. Now, I bring mine always out further, because another good of thumb, your brows are supposed to start, now if I'm looking dead ahead, your brows are supposed to start from the corner of your nose. That's where your brows are supposed to start. If you take it and you put it right through your pupil, that's where your arch should be. And if you take it again, you put it from there to the corner of your eye, that is where your brow should end. Now, if you can see, there's some space there where my brow, I need to make it come down more, and I do that, and I will show you that in the video. You're going to need a really tight, small concealer brush to clean up the brows if need be. You're going to need a brow gel. This is the ANASTASIA Clear Brow Gel, and you're going to need a lighter concealer. Leave my curtain alone! Stop it! Badasses. I use the Maybelline in Light just because it gives me a nice highlight right on my brow bone for when I go and put my actual highlight up there. You're also going to need some type of now this is by the Brow Gal and I love it. It's really sharp and really pointy, as you can see. Can you see that? I mean, it's really fine and it's got a spoolie on the end. So I got 2-in-1 and this is from the Brow Gal. So I got it with this product and they're phenomenal. The pigment is amazing. So I'm back. Sorry about that. Maya, my oldest, she's the only one that can honestly be in here without fucking my shit up. The other ones, they're babies, so they don't really know any better. Whatever. So now I'm just going to go in with my AIRSPUN translucent powder. I use this. I still got a good bit left. If you look at this side, this lasts a really long time. I'm over 6 months on this, and I still got almost half of product left. So really good product for the price you get. I think it's $8 on Amazon. So I'm just going to go ahead without wasting any powder and get the powder that's around the sides. Can't talk this morning, it's too early. And I always just dip into my cap because my cap always has a lot of product in it. And I'm going to just set this. Now this is an e.l.f. I don't know what brush. Have no clue. Doesn't say it anymore on it. But it's an e.l.f. brush, I assure you. And we're just going to set this all the way up to the brows. And then I'm going to zoom you in and I'm going to show you how we do these brows. Can you see how thin they are? So Selena, I really hope, and I call myself, girlfriend, it's been a long morning already. So I really hope this does help you out, okay? So I'm going to bring you closer and we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so I think I have you pretty close enough. Now, as you can see, the sparseness is real. It's real, okay? It might be where you can see as for right here, this is really sparse. Over here, there's a lot of hair missing here. The tail doesn't come down here. So I have a lot of issues with making my brows look good. You can tell this one looks way different than this one does. So with that being said, I'm going to be looking down into my mirror this way, so I brought you down. We're going to go ahead and get started. The first thing I do is I literally trace underneath my brows. Now, I will do some voiceovers because I cannot speak when I do this. I don't know anybody who can, but I will do a voiceover and let you know the steps that I'm taking and what I'm doing and why I'm doing them. So, with that being said, let's go and get started. Okay, so what I do is I like to go right underneath the hairs. And a good rule of thumb too is if you want to shape your brows out, shape them out with a black or a white pencil and then trim your hairs that are below it. I actually did that on my last video and I will link my last brow tutorial. But all I'm literally doing is drawing a line straight from the corner, straight up. I go straight up with my brows. Now, you got to remember, everybody's brows are different. Everybody's face is different. Some people have, round faces, oval faces, just all different kinds of faces. So now I'm just taking it and I'm bringing it straight down, literally following the hairs, completely following my natural hairs. So as you can see, I literally just traced it. So we're going to try and get the other one exactly the same, which your brows, honey, they're cousins. They ain't even sisters. So this is where I run into the issue because of how sparse the hair is right there, that I try to mimic the other side because the other one is my better brow. This one is the bitch. So I'm basically just doing the same steps, and I am making this video kind of long so you can really see what I'm doing. Then I will take the spoolie and just come through and take a good look, take a step back, look at them, see where you need to fill in any more. You always want a mirror further away from you and one close to you. So that's what I'm doing. I'm kind of just looking at them, adjusting them, fixing them, all that good shit. So yeah, just take your time with this. It's not something you need to rush with. Okay, so now that I've outlined the underneath of my brow, the first thing I like to do is make hairline strokes for the front of my brow from about right here. So it's supposed to be very natural in this area. And as your brow goes back, it gets darker and deeper and deeper. If that makes any sense. So just try to draw natural hairline strokes the best way you can. So I like to just make like a couple strokes. And then I like to brush my spoolie through it. Now I'm trying to show you, like, if you look at it would be the left brow. Like, when you do the right side brow, just do the exact same thing. Go real light-handed, brush a couple strokes, and then run your spoolie through it until you're happy to distribute the product. That's why I do that. So it's really important to do that. Now that starts to give me the definition that I'm kind of looking for. This brow sits lower, this brow sits higher. So you got to kind of, they're not twins, they're sisters. Actually, they're cousins. They're not even sisters. So we're going to start with the one that gives me the most problem, and that's this one. So I start from literally the beginning of the brow almost. So right about here. And I try to follow my natural actual hair. You can see, even the peach fuzz you can see. That's your guide, in other words. So just follow that. You can always add and take away. All the girls that do their brows after their foundation, thumbs up to you, because I do my brows first. Can't do my makeup without doing my brows first. Here you will see the brow start to take shape, but I do perfect it so you will get to see that, so hang tight. So as you can see, the shape starting. So after you got your basic shape, just go back through it and just check it, maybe add a little more, you know, make it a little thicker, depends on how you feel. And I like to go ahead and fill that puppy in. Just so I kind of have an idea, and move that product around, because we will be going back in with brow products. So, but it gives me an idea of what the other one should look like. Now all I'm doing here is just filling in the front very lightly. You do not have to do this step. You could totally leave it alone. I do like to bring it all the way in. Some people, you don't have to do that. I like to, because it just gives me more definition where I don't have it. And I'm basically just building. And as you can see, from one to the next, dramatic difference. Now this one, I literally trace exactly on top of, because if I don't, it's going to be bigger than this one. So you'll see that. And I start at the outer part, not the inner part, because why I do that is because the hairs here stick up so much that it's kind of hard, so I just do it at the end, just real lightly. You don't even have to do it. But we want to mimic the other one. And I will step back and I will look. And I have another mirror over there I look at too to try to make sure they're even. Even as you'll get them. So I'm doing the exact same thing that I did to the other brow. As you can see, I'm raising it up high where I don't have the hair. You can plainly see exactly what I'm doing. And that's that. Kind of like that. Now this one has more hair than the other one. So now we are just filling in the exact same way we filled in the other side. Take your time with this. There is really no rush. Do this to your content, to your speed, not mine. Always make sure you go through and comb your product through. You don't want like no real darkness in certain areas and lighter in other areas. You want it to be brushed through, combed through. Now I'll go to the front. Just that light hand. So something like that. Now is where I'll go in and I'll perfect them even more. So if I step back, I can actually see that this one has a higher arch than this one. So we're going to give this one a little bit of a higher arch. I didn't want this video to be too long, but I really want you to get the gist of it. So I'm basically just making this one thicker. I'm shaping it to equal the other side, rounding it off more so it's not just like a point that's sticking up there. I will add more to the bottom, and that's what's great with concealer, because if you do go too heavy-handed, or if you do something wrong or you go out of the lines, that's what the concealer is for. It'll shape your brow and make it like on point, just like cut like a bitch. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. Now, on a normal day, I'd go out just like this, throw some mascara, maybe lashes on, and head out the door. But I do tend to like to go in with my brow powder. So I'm going to take my little brush and I'm going to just dip it in here and just on the outer parts of the eyebrow. And I want to show you every step because you'll see the difference that this makes. Ladies, one thing I want to point out is there's no really right or wrong way to do your brow as long as it fits your face. Do your brow however you want to do your brow. You do not have to do your brow like mine because it probably won't look right on your face, so do it to your face. And as there's like no more product on the brush, that's when I like to go underneath, flip up the front, just smoothing the product out, take it up along here, you know, and blending it out. And as you can see the difference in between these two brows. This one looks way more put together than this one. You can start to see a lot of like areas that aren't covered, and this one just is bam, there. So you can see that the other brow is like, you can see that there's like areas where it's not covered, where it's not filled in. The brow pencil is basically a guide. You can go in with a brow pomade, you can go in with a brow wax, you can go in with whatever you want, whatever you feel more comfortable using, that's what you use. Do it however you feel comfortable. I add a lot because I go in with a clear brow gel, which does remove some of the product. So you want to go in with the clear brow gel at the end, like really easy. And like I said, as you have no product left on your brush, that's when you hit the front. So the front's lighter, then the back, it gets darker and darker. And then I'll go through with the spoolie very lightly. You don't want to go in too heavy-handed because you'll move a lot of the product around and then you're just going to fuck your eyebrows up. Literally, I don't even need to clean them up. I could leave them like that, but I'm going to show you the cleanup step. So all you're going to do is just take the lightest shade of concealer you have. You could take your regular concealer. It doesn't really matter. And I'm just going to take it and pop it right on the back of my hand, just like that. That's actually way too much. I'm always using way too much. But that's me. I'm an extremist, so I'm always going overboard when I shouldn't be, but whatever. I'm going to take this little teeny precision brush and I'm going to begin to clean up the underneath of my brows, and you will see how it'll look. Now ladies, this step is very, very important. Take your time. You want a flat brush like this or a round brush that has like a very nice tip on it. And you want to go right underneath your brow and you want to basically shape it out. Follow your natural brow shape. And then this is where you can thin out your tail. You can shape your tail. You can do everything. Like, I mean, as you can see, and then I just take my finger and smooth it in, and it does give you a nice little highlight underneath of your brow. So it really does work really, really well. It just gives it such a much more clean cut, and a lot of people are like, damn bro, your brows are on point. Well, that's why. Because I cut them. I make them on point. Some people like really fluffy and fuzzy brows. I don't. Not on my face. And I am showing you every step that I do. This way you really, really get it and can watch it and do it yourself. And say you go a little too ham and you need to clean up, that's great. That's what you do. Another reason I do this too is if one brow is bigger than the other, or it needs a higher arch than the other, or I need to clean it up more, that's where the concealer really comes in handy, because you seriously can really shape the brow to match the other one. If you need to go in with a little more concealer, use a little more concealer, and then you also can do the top to shape the top too as well. So I think I show you that. I wanted to show you every single step I do. So do you see how it casts that nice highlight already because it's a lighter shade? That's why I do that. So when I go in with my brow bone highlight, I know exactly where to pop that bitch. Right there. Right in that nice. If you get I can't talk. If you get too heavy with your shadow, you can always use concealer and kind of clean it up as well. Now, I normally don't do this, but I'm going to show you in case you get too carried away up here. What you'll do is, I hope you can see this because of the fucking shadow of the light. So this is where I'm going to show you how to clean up the tops of your brows. And Selena, I really hope this helps you, honey, because I have a little protege, and that's Ange, and she's been in a couple of my videos, and I've been showing her how to clean up and how to make her brows fit her face. Her brows kind of go more straight out, mine kind of curve down. So basically, you're just carving out the front or the top of your brows and bringing them straight down. So as you can see, they're really chiseled out now. So you can go in and really shape that top, make it rounder, smoother, bring it down, bring it up, add to it, take away. I feel like do whatever you need to do and fill out your own face. As long as you know where your front, your middle, and your end start, you're good to go. And then just smear out the concealer and go from there. And you're pretty much almost done. And then you kind of step back and you look, and there's your brows. I hope that was easy enough for you to follow. I'm going to put some clear brow gel. I didn't want to make this like really, because your brows aren't that hard. If you pause the video in between steps, that makes it easier for you. You can go ahead and do that. I'm just so used to doing my brows that I can get ready, literally do my brows in 10 minutes and be done. But I did go into a little depth, so like you wanted, Selena. So I hope this helped you. And like I said, I'm just using clear brow gel so my brow hairs are placed where I want them and they're not all over the place. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a really natural makeup look, and I will be right back and show you the finished look. So hold tight. Okay, I'm back. So as you can see, now with the full face done, a little bit of blush, really natural. I didn't go real heavy on my brows, but that's how I do my brows on an everyday basis. Like I'm getting ready to go out. So, you know, like I really did a light layer of the Born This Way Too Faced. I mean, very extremely light layer. Like you can really still see a lot of my blemishes, which I don't care. As long as I look somewhat natural, that's the whole look that I was going for. So again, I want to thank you guys for 503 subscribers. You're in my heart. I still can't get over it. You know, like you hear a lot of the other girls on YouTube, oh, it's so surreal, it's so surreal. But at the end of the day, I'm like, you bitches got millions, 3 millions, 4 millions. Like, it's surreal as hell to me when I had 90. I didn't think I'd get past 20. And now that I have like 500 and some, because I'm going to be honest, like, I feel like I'm an okay makeup artist. I'm not as good as some of them girls, probably never will be, but I definitely am a makeup artist and I'm definitely talented and I definitely can do makeup. But it would take me longer to do it, therefore, than with them. Now, I was going to go on my Instagram channel and actually post a live feed of me doing like a makeup tutorial, like a really look with this palette here. I just got this. This is the Winky Luxe Kitten palette from BoxyCharm. Can we just talk about these colors? Can we just talk about these colors? Like, I really hope my camera is picking up these colors. These fucking colors, like this, this is like, it's like a duochrome, okay? Like, that's just rubbing my finger in there, like, can we talk about these colors? Like, I'm talking mattes. Let me find a matte. Here's a matte. This is the lightest color in the palette. And it still shows up on my skin with one swatch. Look at that. Like, can we talk about these colors? Like, for real? Like, insane pigment. I want to do a look featured on just this palette alone. Like, using no other palette, no other colors, no nothing. Just this little guy right here. Really excited for it. This will probably be my next tutorial coming up. So if you have this palette and you get BoxyCharm, then stay tuned because you might like the look I create. Because that blue is definitely going in. Sorry. That is the most beautifulest purplish, silverish, greenish blue I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's definitely a duochrome. It does have like some shift to it. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but it does have some shift to it. But that one was called 9 Lives. They're so cute. Listen to the names. I'm sorry, this is so random, but whatever. Okay, so we're gonna start from this way and working our way over. So this one is Purr. Then we have Duchess. Then we have Strut. Then we have Cat Eye. 9 Lives. Holographic. Then we have Boots, which is our darkest one. I actually had a cat named Boots. Y'all, if y'all follow me, y'all know that on Facebook. And then Cheshire, which is this beautiful, like, mauve-y pink right here. And then the last one is Romeo. So beautiful, beautiful colors. And they do have names on the back. As you can see, that's where I was reading them from. So they do have names. How cool is that? All cruelty-free. Yay. So I'm super excited to try this. It's so cute packaging. Like, look at the packaging on this. Look at the little kitties. Like, that is just so damn cute. Like, BoxyCharm really outdoes theirself. I'm sorry. Like, I love BoxyCharm. That's one of my subscription boxes that I will never get rid of. If you want me to go back to doing, like, unboxings, like, I can do that. Like, not a problem. I can do that. Easy. And I get the Ipsy bag as well. I was going to change the Ipsy bag to Sephora, but Sephora gives a lot of skincare. They're not going to give their real good items out. They do give you some good shit, but not what I want. I want makeup. I don't want, like, skincare. I'll buy my own skincare. Give me makeup. Makeup, makeup, makeup. That's all I want. So again, girl, Selena, I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope this was helpful for you. And as you can see, even with the natural look, I think they look good. So, I'm happy with them. I'm getting ready to head out. So, until next time, I love you. Thank you, everybody who subscribed to me and who is there just to watch me for me and is real like me and comes on here to watch real makeup, not edited bullshit, not fakeness, nothing like that. You come on here to watch me for who I am, for me in my heart. Right there, this is the girl here. This is her. She's the one who asked for this tutorial. So there you are, girlfriend. Your brows are made to shape your face. Everybody's brows are different. That's what this tutorial was about. It kind of went off a little bit, but I just had some things that I wanted to share with you and say. So yeah, I'm going to shut up now. Don't forget to subscribe. I love you and have a great day. Bye.